Hello, my name is Ibrahim Ansari and welcome to my channel. Let's talk about present tense. Today we are going to study about present tense. In present tense, we will learn about present simple tense today. Later on, we will learn about present continuous, present perfect continuous. Right? So let's get started. Present simple tense. Present simple tense. Where do we use present simple tense? We use present simple tense for universal truth or to talk about things in general. Whatever happens in the world and it is accepted generally, we say it in present simple tense. For example, the wind blows, the sun rises in the east. They are naturally accepted worldwide truth. So we use for universal truth. We also use for talking about habits. How often do we do things? We talk about habit. Let's see some examples of universal truth. As I say, the wind blows. The wind blows. The earth moves around the sun. The earth moves around the sun. Around the sun. Sun. Or the birds fly. Birds fly. Babies cry. They are universal situations, universal things, and they are worldwide accepted. A baby cries here, or if the baby is in England, she cries there. So babies cry. Anywhere. The birds fly anywhere. The wind blows. It is natural. So we accept it in universal truth and they are written in present simple tense. We also use present simple tense to talk about habit or how often do we do things. Let us see some examples of this. For example, I take a bath every day. Every day. See, how often do I take a bath? I take a bath every day. In the past also, I took bath. These days also, I take bath. And in future also, I will take bath. So I take a bath every day. This is my habit. Or this, how often we do things here every day. This becomes a routine, a habit. So you can write present simple tense. I cook my food myself. I cook my food myself. At night you can write. So you can say we can talk about present simple tense and for talking about habit or what we do very often or often. We can also use present simple tense for talking about permanent situations. permanent situations. For example, where do we come from? We do not say, I am coming from this country, I am coming from India, I am coming from USA, the USA. We say, I come from. I live in India. I work in Japan. So we say about this permanent situations. I come from India. Right? I come from India. I live in India with my family. So this is for long time situation. Sometimes it happens we assure something. When we promise, for example, when we say, I promise I will do this. So to assure that you will definitely do the action, you use I promise, I apologize if you make any mistake. So that is also used. Okay. Let me write here the fourth use of present simple tense. Or I promise. I promise I promise I will help you. Help you. That means I have assured you some emphatic things I have said. I will help you. I will help you means definitely when I say I promise, I will not break it. I will not miss it. I will definitely help you. So we say I promise I will help you. This is for promise. If you can also, if you say, and if you make any mistake, you can say I apologize. You can say, I am very sorry. I apologize. So when we promise, when we apologize, when we suggest, when we advise, we can use present simple tense. For example, I advise, I suggest, da, da, da. I suggest that you do this. I suggest that you give interview. Give interview. I hope you will pass. I'm sure you will pass. So we can say present simple tense for these things. For things in general, that is permanent. Things in general means universal truth. Second was when we talk about how often we do anything, then we use present simple tense. We also use present simple tense for habit, that is how often we do the things. We talk about also present permanent situations and we use present simple tense. And when we promise and when we apologize or advise or suggest, we use present simple tense. So now let's see the structure of present simple tense. often when we use the name, it is definitely third person. But when we use the pronouns as subjects, we have to be careful how to use present simple tense. While using present simple tense, for example, with the subjects I, we, you, they, we use verb 1, first form of the verb. And if you want to use object, you can use object. Then object is used. If the verb is transitive, we must use object. But if we have subject like this, he, she, or it, or similar subject, any name, for example, Ria, so we have to use verb 1 plus s, es, or ies in it by joining. This is also when we add s, es, or ies in verb 1, this verb becomes singular. So here the main motive is to make the verb singular because the subject is singular. Let us see example. I help my friends. See here, I, and here is help, verb 1. This is verb 1. But here, if the subject is he, this will become s. Helps. To make it third person singular number, because the subject is third person singular number, we add s, es, or ies to make this verb third person singular number. Because the agreement, because if the subject is singular, verb has to be singular. So he helps his friends. Right? Let us see. In this way, you can write she helps her friend and Ria helps her friend, like that. We will see how to make es in consequent videos, how to form and when to use es, when to use ies, and in general we use s to make singular with most of the verbs. With most of the verbs, we use only s to form third person singular number. Right? So this is for structure. These are structures for present simple tense statements. Let us see questions. How to form questions. This is for statement, sentence, statement. Now here question. How to form questions. If our subject, let me remove here and then we write. To save some time, for question, we just need here do, then any subject. Do I, do we, do you, do they. And here is verb 1 plus object. If you want to write object, okay. For example, this will become do I help my friend is object, my friend. Question mark. This will become question mark. If help is verb, Here you have to use does to form question. And obviously after this will become a small letter h. How will this become the question? So this will become does, then any one of the subjects. Does he help his friend? His friends. One thing is to be cleared here. If you have already used here singular in the auxiliary verb es, no need to write here s again. So here the s of this verb helps has come here and become does. So here is already singular. No need to use another singular in a same sentence. So does he help his friend? This will become interrogative or yes no question. How to make negative? Let us see how to make negative of the same sentences. We will see. What we will do, we will remove these do and does from here, and after the subject we will use, and here you will use here do and not, or you can use here don't, do not. Do not will be used here, and after that verb one only. From here also no es, no ies, nothing, only this. After this you have to write here does and not, and after does not, this is negative, you have to write the verb one of any verb given, irrespective whether the sentence is singular or plural. Verb with singular or plural verb, you have to always write verb one. With these subjects also you write verb one. After do not, after does not, you have also to write verb one. Then you can write object, right? So here we have subject I, and after subject we have to use do not. So how will you write? I do not, or I don't. Correct? So I do not help my friend, and this question mark will remove, and it will be replaced by a dot, full stop. Here is he, and it is with small letter case. So you have to change this and make capital letter, because the sentence starts from here. So he, and before verb one, you have to use does not. So you can leave here and write does not, or in contracted form you can write doesn't. He doesn't, or he does not help his friends. Remove question mark and write here full stop. So in this way you can form statement into negative and into yes no questions. If you want to use WH question, for example, how to use WH question? WH question. Just remember how you constructed yes no question. For example, I said, do I help my friend? This was yes no question. If you want to use WH question, for example, what, when, where, which, you can use here when, and this will be in a small letter. When do I help my friends? Finish. When they are in need, answer can be when they are in need. Right, so WH question can be written here, right before the yes no question. But remember, sometimes it happens, if the answer is also included here, we avoid using the object. For example, do I eat mangoes? Do I eat mangoes? For example, what will you do? Do I eat mangoes? Question mark. If here is object, you don't have to write the answer in the question itself again. Even if you use WH question, you can use here, what do I eat? Question mark. Answer is mangoes. Answer is mangoes. Right. So you have to be careful about that. Let us see how we form now. We have already seen the usages, the structure. We have also seen how to form questions and how to form negatives. We have learnt about this all in present simple tense. Let us see how we can represent in the graph, where we can show present simple tense or the sentences of present simple tense on the timeline, right? So this is timeline, and we are here. This is now. Now this is future, and this is all in past. Correct. I help my friends. This sentence we have to show on the timeline. How can we show? Let us see. We can show I help my friends here. I help my friends. This is my habit. How often do I help? This is also a permanent habit. This is my habit. So a habit can be shown. It was in the past, it is still in the present, and I hope it will be in the future also. So we can show I help my friend here. In the past also I helped, and this time also I am helping, and in the future also I will help. So present simple tense extends from here to here. The habit was in the past, this time also it is, and in the future also we hope it will be. So it will be in the future also. So we can say here the timeline. We can say the sentence, this one, I help my friend here. Right? The graphical representation. representation, we can show this here. Not here. I help my friends in, if we show here only, here, then it will be in the past, so it will be wrong. If we show only here, it will be wrong. If we show only here, it will be wrong. So we have to extend it from, because it has been continuing. It was in the past, still it is, and in the future also it will continue. Therefore, we have to show on the timeline from here to here. Right? It is extended. Although this is unseen, it is, future is unseen, we don't know. So we hope that it will continue, because it was in the past, it is in the present, and in the future also it will continue. So I hope you have enjoyed this lesson, and see you in the next videos. Bye.